A race is a grouping of humans based on shared physical or social qualities into categories generally viewed as distinct by society. Here's the definition of African American. A Black American. White people is a racial classification specifier, used mostly and often exclusively for people of European descent. I love you, my little white honky, and to you, you black African, I love you too. Forget about race, you stupid primates, just understand that we're all in it together or we're not in it at all.
Racism. Where do you begin? With pigmentation? With the sun? And the shelter? Has anyone ever put all the races from everywhere in the world together in a row from white to dark? You have people that have to pay taxes, and all of a sudden they're upset about Asians. People are upset about the weather, and all of a sudden they hate black people. I like to think of black people as pleasant and huggable. As long as they're not too upset. If you're really upset, man, stressing me out, dude. You're making me an animal. You're stressing me out. Becoming hostile helps to strip the logic from you. White people are fun to hang out with. But then you throw in a third person in the white group and it becomes this like competition where there's always a quip.
Here's the definition of quip. A witty remark.
White people look the same, except when they stand next to each other. Then they look like Tom and Jerry. Non-white people don't look like white people. That's the defining characteristic. People call black people monkeys. I hate that. It's scientifically incorrect. A human being cannot be a monkey. They're apes. Apes are outdoors so frequently. They get the sun crust on their dermis, which is skin. Race has always confused me. I need a handbook. I think I can't keep all this info. It seems like such a luxurious perspective. Being able to think about race is luxurious in my mind. Gainsmanship. That's what I think about when I think about race. Gainsmanship. How one can gain over another. If race was an object in a room, it would be a rug. Step on it, it's filthy. You seem to always have it around. And it's not necessary. Chinese person would be a trinket on the table. White person would be the bed, because that's comfort that is useful, but also not necessary. Indian people will be like a cupboard or something you can put things into, like their secrets inside. Mexican people would be the windows, because you can welcome them into your home easily. And they'll accept you around a barbecue outside. People from San Francisco would be the white dildo in the drawer. Race, if you enjoy it and you want to say my black friend, by all means, write about it, talk about it, spread pictures, do whatever you do. If you're friendly, I don't understand why anyone would think about race. Whatever your association with race, please tell me what it is, preferably when I meet you, so that I can be aware. If you think about race as a black guy and a white guy and a Chinese guy, and the Chinese guy eats Chinese food, and black people are rich or rude, or they rob you, or they love their families, and white people as rich and poor and tattooed and is named James or whatever. If that's how you think of race, then I know that you are thinking that I am brown. It's like a bizarre funhouse mirror. Whatever you do, try not to stab each other over race. Try not to bomb each other over race. Try not to molest each other over race. I love you all. I love the races you are if you associate with that. And if you don't, then you probably associate with woman or tall or blind. Whatever that is, I'm just so happy to be sharing this life together. And when I say together, I mean the living. I wish we could all just give each other a big hug and a ball. Maybe that's what the center of the earth is like.